The last time we were in the vineyard, veraison had just started. The berries were all green, they were just starting to turn a little bit pink. So veraison is completed now. Now we're looking for ripeness. Now we're checking sugar levels, which is what I'm doing now. I have a refractometer. So I just take a berry, I squeeze the juice out on it, and I look, and this is going to measure the Brix level. And Brix is a measure of the sugar level in the grape. Ultimately, the sugar level, or the Brix, will convert to alcohol. So this is about 20 Brix. So we generally harvest at about 25 Brix. So we have several more weeks of hang time that we hope that we'll get here in the vineyard in order to get the sugar levels where we'd like them. But as Kent was saying, this year we may not have to wait for we may get the hang time this year without having to have the high Brix. We bring in grapes at high Brix, at high sugar levels. That computes to a high alcohol that we have to deal with. This year we may get fabulous flavors and not have to deal with the high alcohol. What we're looking for at the end of the day is balance.
Well, proactively, we came into the vineyard early and did our leafing and our shoot thinning. We start with shoot thinning, we thinned early, and then right when we got berry set, we come in and we take leaves off. And what that does is allow sun to hit the berries, and that is one way pyrazines are broken down. Knowing that it's a cool year, cool years may tend to have more pyrazine in the grapes, undesirable characteristics for Grape. What we want to do is get sun on there as early as possible so we can start breaking those pyrazines down to try to get them as ripe as possible in this cool type year. Another big thing we've done is we came and dropped the crop down to lower levels earlier. So we thinned harder, so the energy that the vine is putting up into the fruit was going into less clusters.
In addition to testing the sugar levels, we're concerned about two other things: the TA, the total acidity, and the pH. We're going to want the acidity to be dropping, and we're going to want the pH to be increasing. The pH, the higher pH, is going to give us the softness we want in our wines. The acid balancing with the sugars is going to give us the balance that we want in our wine. It's important that everything be in balance so that you have a wine that has good flavors. It doesn't have a hot nose, so indicating the alcohol in the wine. So we're going to be taking a sample here. We're going to take some clusters that are low. We're going to take some clusters that are really higher and exposed. We're going to take from both sides of the row. Some have much more sun exposure. So we're going to try to take a kind of a representative sample of what's growing in the vineyard here. We're going to take it down to the lab and we're going to test it for the acids and the pH.
What you want to try is to squish all the berries, the most berries you can. You can see it got pretty much all the juice. And you don't need all the juice. You can mix with something like this. Okay, the next step, that's get the total TA, the total acid of grapes. It is all marked. It's 5 millimeters pipette, so it just go to the 0. And then you wanna make sure you fill this spirit with sodium hydroxide, and then you start dripping. And you can see every drop that is going to the solution, it changed the reading. So what you're trying to find, or you're trying to get to, that's number the 8.20 total milliliters used. That's 7.7. So then you multiply this number by 0.15, and that gives you the total acid. Okay, so the next step, it is to get the pH of the grapes. And by doing that, you just have to get a pure juice. So we just took off of the grapes this pure juice and stir by hand. And the meter will tell you when it's ready. After we finish doing the sample, we post it in the web so winemakers can see anytime they want.
It's going to be interesting for us because we usually pick at very high Brix, and we may get the flavors this year without having to have the Brix, and so we may get the hang time and the wonderful flavors without having to deal with the high alcohols.
it could be one of the most exciting years we've had.